Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you today with another episode of Walking the Path of a Shaman. And in this episode I'm going to talk a lot about how I communicate and how I pray to God, to life, to the universe, to my ancestors. And it's very, very important for me because in the moments where I feel crushed by life, or where I feel guideless, or where I feel like I have nothing, this is where I draw strength from. It's this knowing that in every moment, anywhere I am, everything is with me. God, my ancestors, everything. And it's very important for me personally because this is where I draw my personal strength from and where I gain my wisdom from. In terms of when I am going through personal trials and tribulations, this practice is where I gain strength from. And it's simple. It's a simple understanding that life is energy. Because there is energy, I am alive. Because the sun shines, I am alive. Because the wind blows, I am alive. Because the water flows, I am alive. Without these things, there would be nothing for me to exist in. So it's really important for me personally to give thanks to the wind, to give thanks to the oxygen I breathe from the trees, to give thanks to the water that I drink, that sustains me. Do you sort of understand? To give thanks to the sun. For if the sun did not shine, there would be nothing. Nothing would grow. This would be a frozen, desolate wasteland. And it's very important for this because these are the personal connections that connect us to life in the universe. So for me, when I talk with my ancestors, when I pray, when I communicate, it is never from a position of authority. I am not commanding God and my ancestors to do right by me. Do you sort of understand? I offer myself to God, to my ancestors, to the wind, to the sun. Why? Because I sacrifice what is the most valuable thing I have in life, and that is me. So when I talk to God, my ancestors, life, I do not talk from a place of you must do this. I do not beg, I need this. I say to them, I give you of myself, I give you everything. Okay, I am here. I am your vessel. Do your will through me. Do you understand? Because I do not seek to gain from prayer anything outside of what is true. And what is true is that all I have to offer to God, my ancestors, to life is myself. My energy, everything that I value in this existence, my experience. I am the vessel of God, the vessel of my ancestors, and their will be done through me. Even if I am alone, even if I am forsaken, even if nothing will ever grow, I will not waver in my faith. Do you understand? It is important to understand this because to have faith means that even if every sign around me is telling me that I am walking through the desert to my demise, I must believe that there is an oasis in the desert that will sustain me. And that oasis is my faith, my love for God, my ancestors, for all of life. And that is very important because it is this humbling experience of offering without asking. Do you understand? Of offering myself to the energy that is around me without expectation that I will receive anything that is not already within me. So when I talk to God, when I ask God for strength to help me prevail through my own personal battles, that strength is already within me and I am accessing it because God is of me. God is me. God is you. I am the representation of my ancestry, just like you are the representation of your ancestry. Do you understand? We give thanks to the trees, for the trees are a conscious being. Okay? When we have a group of trees together, their root systems come together like synaptic pathways in the brain to create a singular consciousness. A clump of trees is one conscious being, a collective of consciousness that comes together to create. And we understand this through science, and we understand this through understanding that a tree moves away from poison. Okay, its roots will avoid poison and seek nourishment. Just like I will avoid what poisons me in life and I will seek what nourishes me in life. Do you understand? It is very important, especially for me, because when I open myself up and I humble myself before God, before my ancestors, what I am doing is showing them the reverence that I am not above you. When I command and I try and dictate God's will, that this is what I want, you must give me what I want. Do you understand? Think of it like I am a child asking in my hour of need for help from, let's say, an adult. Do I go up to that adult and ask and beg and plead, please help me, I cannot help myself? Or do I say, give me strength and I will show you gratitude. Give me strength and I will do your will. Do you see the difference? I am not coming from a position of begging. I am coming from a position of worship. I worship you with what I have, everything. The strength in my hands, the strength in my back, the willingness in my heart to continue on. Do you understand? It is very important because many people will pray and beg and ask for everything that their heart desires, when in truth, I never ask for what my heart desires. I ask for the strength, the wisdom, and the ability to push through, to continue on, to walk the journey. For in this life, I am God experiencing God, just like the trees are God experiencing God, just like the birds are God experiencing God, just like the wind is God experiencing God. For the wind creates storms. It is the creator. Do you see? For I create life. I am the creator. Do you see? For trees create oxygen. They are the creator. Do you see? God is the creator, and in creation he exists. Should I fall into destruction and decimation, I cease to be God and I become the devil, the evil of this world. And it's very, very important to understand this, because this is my battle, my struggle, is to not become or fall susceptible to the evil and darkness I wish to abolish out of this life, out of this existence. For if I give in to destruction, I cease to create and I start to tear down. We see this. And a very, very good example of this, and we can look at it at the most extreme example, war. The difference between Palestine and Ukraine. Palestine attacked Israel as freedom fighters and then became the vicious evil that they seek to destroy, and they killed, murdered and raped innocents. Ukraine did not do this, for when Ukraine incurred into Russia and attacked, they did not use that strength to punish the weak, to punish those who had no strength. They showed mercy. And this is the key. To understand God is to understand mercy. Many people who read the Bible will believe that God is a merciless person. If you do wrong, you are evil. All you need to do is repent. For if you ask for mercy, mercy will be given. But if you ask for mercy holding a knife behind your back, waiting to attack at the first sign of weakness, no mercy will ever be given to you. Your heart must be open. You must be ready to subdue, to surrender yourself to mercy. When we ask for forgiveness, we must have forgiven ourselves within ourselves. When I ask God for forgiveness for my misdeeds, I must first have forgiven myself for those misdeeds. Because if I ask for forgiveness yet I refuse to forgive myself, no forgiveness can ever be given. Do you see? For if I hold on to that hate, no matter how much God forgives me, it will never matter, because I will never forgive myself. Do you understand? So like Jesus said, 77, completion, forgiveness without limitations. This means should you wrong me and you ask me for forgiveness, I do not forgive you just to strike you later, to hold on to it, just to use it as a tool later on in battles. Do you understand? If I forgive you and hold on to it just to use to you again, that is an illusion of forgiveness. That is an illusion of false, fake virtue. Many that proclaim to be righteous in this life hold on to the pain that has been caused to them so that they may perpetrate it against others, for they do not forgive themselves. Do you see? To be righteous means I must first forgive myself before I can ask anyone else for forgiveness. I must work to earn that forgiveness in every action moving forward. There are many stories in life, and you'll be able to see it, where people beg for forgiveness, yet they refuse to give forgiveness to others who have wronged them. These are weak people. This weakness is not love. This weakness is not strength. This weakness is evil and corruption. For if I, in my hour of need, ask for forgiveness, yet when someone else is in need, I show them no forgiveness, who am I? I am evil. I am he who is the devil. Do you see? Watch out for fake, virtuous people, for they live in illusions, and they will only ever create illusions within you. So if you want to lift yourself out of the illusions of life, the illusions of falseness in virtue, you must be willing to forgive without limitations, without expectations, no matter what has been done to you. And this is the hardest thing in life to do. It is the battle we all face, to be able to forgive those who trespass against us, to be able to forgive those who attack us, who come for us. And this It's the battle of light and evil we all hold within ourselves, to let go to the pain and to accept the love. It's very important. For while I may have strength, I will never be the strongest in the world. There will always be another with more strength, more cunning, more ferocity than me. Do you understand? All you need do is look back at history to the tales of the warriors. All were defeated by one or another. Do you understand? If I believe that I am perfect and that I am impeccable and that I am everything, I overlook what is to come. I do not see my own demise. So to understand this in its most honorable sense, its highest level, is to understand what happened when Salah ad-Din took from the Crusaders Jerusalem. Many among his party wanted to murder and kill the infidels. And Salah ad-Din said, none will be harmed. He did not say none will be harmed because God wills it. He said none will be harmed because I am Salah ad-Din. Salah ad-Din. Do you understand? He made the decision to forgive and did not seek vengeance. This is the path. Just like Ukraine has shown many times over that it is better to hold out the hand of mercy to your enemy, for if you show your enemy mercy, there is a chance he can become your friend. For no one is perfect, no one is just, no one is untainted by sin in this world, for we are all human. To honor God, to honor the ancestors, is to in fear rather than need to attack, I show mercy. For even if showing mercy leads to my demise, the honor I gain is worth more than any victory I could ever attain. Why? Because there is no victory in death and destruction. There is no victory in murder and rape. There is no victory in hatred. For hatred creates hatred, yet love creates love. Mercy creates mercy for those who are honorable, for those who walk the path of authenticity, of honor, of just. Why? Because if you show me mercy and I fail to show another mercy, who am I but a weak, lowly person? Do you understand? This is why in the old times with knights there were codes of chivalry. Why? So that that same code would be used against me. Should I fall, slip, misstep, you will not take advantage of that weakness. You will give me chance to rise so that we may battle and fight in honor, not in dishonor. This is not to say that in battle we do not seek violence. To understand this is in war and battle there is nothing but violence, death, destruction, evil deeds. But do we want to bring that war back into our homes, into our lives, into our minds? No, we do not want to do that. Why? Because to do that means that I cease to ever create and I only ever know destruction, pain. Do you understand? It is very important to understand this because many will pray in this life for the death and destruction of their enemies, for the strength to overcome others, for the strength to take from others what they do not believe is rightfully theirs. This is not virtue. If you find yourself praying for someone else's demise, just know you are weak.